The main issue, about the claims that are in Torah about the timing is the biggest question. I mean, you deny science. You just say those scientists don't. Science. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You're saying that
I deny speculative science. Speculative.
Well, you can name it like that. Look, you can name this one car. It doesn't become a car.
It's the burden of proof on you to prove to me that the science that you believe in prove anything.
Rabbi,
so far you failed to do so.
No,
you
to the contrary.
supply me with any proof.
No, I did not come here with proof. But this is something that
I'm not running anywhere. I'm not running. Show me your proof. I give you my word. If you show to me a scientific...
How do you mean show to me?
Okay. Email, Facebook,
no.
phone call.
What do you mean? No.
You have to send me. You claim that you have a solid, objective, scientific proof to the exact age of the world. Not based on carbon dating, which is speculation, or based on extrapolations.
Because that's how they measure.
No, but that's speculations. What?
That is not speculation. That's science.
Do yourself a favor. Put in my website fingerprints of the creation by Robert Gentry, and you'll never dare to ask this question ever again. I promise.
Rabbi, when you say, and all scientists believe that, listen, dinosaurs are from ancients years ago, and you are claiming they were from Noah time, and then you call your scientific and you prove it, and you call the other ones speculative.
I don't call myself science. I never
No.
I'm saying your beliefs. It comes from science.
No. I'm saying your beliefs. No. Please don't change. No. Don't change my word. No. I'm saying you're saying that, let's say the dinosaurs, they existed 3,000, 4,000 years ago.
Before 4,200 years.
5,000, whatever the number. And scientists, when I say science, I'm talking about majority, and I'm not talking about 51% for majority, I'm talking about 98% of the scientists believe otherwise. And you say, well, those are speculative, and the 2 scientists out of the 100 that I'm talking about say this.
So simple, and you make it so complicated. I gave you a candy today, you don't get it. I'm only telling you, all you have to do is to send me one email with one research by any name you want, you name it. Scientist X, Scientist Y, University X, University Y, that proven ever the age of the world, and the argument is over. That's all. What do you want more than that? You will not, and I promise you, you will never send me anything, because 20 years I tell people to send me, include scientists, and they fail to do so, because there are none. There is none.
No, you're calling it speculative.
No, of course, okay, let me tell you something. Okay, I didn't want to get into it, but you're forcing me. Do you know how they calculate the age of the world? What's the 3 most frequent methods that the scientists use to calculate the age of the world?
I know about carbon.
Okay. Carbon dating, extrapolation, and calls. Okay? Now here it goes. Extrapolation means you check how much a material grew from point X to point Y in X amount of years, and you do the math. If this material is that size, you go back. That gives you X amount of years that the world exists. Carbon dating, it shows that every 683 years, the carbon-14 is doubled inside the object. Which means carbon dating, if you know, by the highest methods that they ever found, there are a few problems with this speculation. One, in different parts of the world, the formula is not accurate. Depends if it's cold, if it's hot, if it's frozen. That's one thing. Second, when God created the world, there is nowhere in the world or nowhere in Judaism that he wrote to you with how much carbon-14 he created each material. That's where the scientists are forced to speculate, and each one puts a different number, and they all come with different conclusions. That's not science, excuse me. That's speculation. You and I can do the same thing. I encourage you, look.
These are all the science. All of these scientific bases are used to advance Earth. and humanity.
I gotta tell you something. You have to. I don't want to insult you. It's not my nature. I don't like to be, God forbid, dirty or to make you or to insult you. But I have to tell you one thing. You a very nice human being, nice, charismatic, smart. You read book, everything's you. I give you all the credits. But one thing you don't get. There's one thing you're missing here. You coming to argue with me about science. You claim that science already proven the age of the world. I say to you, science never proved anything. I'm doing it for 20 years on a weekly basis. Science never proven. Do you think I'm going to be such a fool to stand in front of millions of viewers that will watch this debate, and I'm going to say to you, science never proven anything for 20 years, and I'm going to finish my career over this not relevant issue, which is not even contradicting the Torah? It would be a lot easier for me to come and tell you, you know what, you got it, the world is billions of years old. What does it have to do with God and the Torah that you and I has to keep the Sabbath, which is an eternal covenant between us and Him to make us Jewish and to belong to His nation? What does it have to do if the world is 5,000 years old or 5 billion years old? It's not relevant to the issue. The only reason I went with that is because I know I'm 1,000,000% right and you are not right because you missed few points. Now, I ask you right now, and again, I'm not trying, chas v'shalom, to insult you. It's my last thing on my mind. I ask you if you know how the scientists calculate the age of the world, and with all due respect to you, you didn't even know. You only said that you know about carbon dating, and you also did not know how carbon dating works. You should have known that carbon dating, it's a proof that the world is only maximum 25,000 years old. If you did your homework, carbon dating only proved that the maximum object that they found, based on that the world is maximum 25,000 years old. So the last thing you want to bring into the debate is carbon dating. I was expecting you to tell me extrapolation, codes, all kinds of other things which already goes into the billions. You chose out of the three methods the worst one. That is very close to me.
But that's not the issue.
That's the issue. You come in the name of science and you give inaccurate science.
In the name of science. I told you I'm ill-qualified to speculate on scientific findings. I clarified that one at the beginning.
I agree.
Okay. No. Wait a second.
Minimum amount of knowledge when you come to a debate. I will not go to argue about medicine and about brains with doctors that do brains because I know I'm not in their level. I'm not going to argue about computers because I don't know that much about computers. I will argue at what I know I'm good. You see, I won't argue with you about clothing because I know you 1,000,000,000 times better than me, how to design and to come with ideas and in business and all this. I know it's not my field. I don't come to argue with you about you're an expert in. But you coming to argue with me about what I'm an expert, world expert in, and you don't even have the simple evidence to back one word of what you say. I'm telling you.
Absolutely not correct.
You didn't even know how the scientists calculate the age of the world, and you already claim that it's been proven. It's not been proven. It's recorded.
No.
It's not been proven.
You are not accepting that finding.
I want to ask the audience, is it fair if I ask him to send me one email?
Absolutely.
One email to prove to me that the scientists actually prove. Not speculate. Speculation I can do and he can do. Prove. Prove means 2 + 2 is 4. Proving means if there's 1,000 people with headache and each one of them took 2 Advil, 990 of them, the headache went away. Oh, now we're talking. We see it helps. Without it, the headache stay by everyone. When you give it to 1,000 people, 990 reported that they don't have headache. Now you begin to talk about objective science. So we know that 99.9% of the people, Advil will cure their headache. Not cure, but will take away the headache. That's called to prove. You're not giving me proofs. You're giving me all kinds of names that scientists throw, and it's not a proof.
Look, the simplest thing that you and I talked about, let's say the existence of, let's say, dinosaurs for that. All scientists collectively, they opened up museums and putting it, but you do not accept their logic.
No, I think dinosaurs existed.
Yeah, I know, but they do not say 3,000 years
ago. They
ago.
existed millions of years ago, and I know for sure that they existed.
How do you know?
Because I tell you.
Very
simple. No, I tell you how I know. I'm not a scientist. Without the Torah, I would not have a way to know 99% of what I know today. Why? All I have to do is to prove that the Torah could not be written by a human being, and the one that wrote the Torah is God. From that moment on, I don't even have to use my head. All I have to do is to read what God says in His Torah, and I know it's a fact. Now, if you will come and show me 1 or 2 mistakes in the Torah, take as much time as you want. You point at one verse in the Torah and you prove otherwise, you won the argument. What? No, take your time. Take an expert. Take an expert. Sit with it. Find me, to do search in the internet. Find me 1 mistake in the Torah, 1 mistake in the Mishnah. That's what
the timing of it.
Find an expert. Pay someone $1,000. He'll do the research for you. You have to understand one thing.
Wait a second, but you are not accepting it, Rabbi.
Sure I am. Find me 1 mistake in the Torah, me and you will go to McDonald's on Yom Kippur. Find me 1 mistake. What do you think? I wanna grind water?